Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar. We're going to talk about Heart of Darkness #1 here from. I don't actually know who the publisher is. I picked it up because the cover was really cool looking. Like, this is a nice little painting. You got this monstrous dude looking big and imposing. Kind of an ambiguous, like, dark background. Probably like an alleyway. Something like that, like the side of a building. You got this girl. He looks, it's hard to tell what his facial expression is because, he doesn't have lips for starters. He's just got big, snarling death teeth and death claws. Look at those death claws. I was like, this is a pretty cool cover. Is this like a villain? Is this a hero? Probably a villain. Turns out I'm wrong. It's a hero. There's the credits right there. The Mike S. Miller is why I sat down to actually like give this a serious look instead of just flipping through it. And you know what? I'm pretty glad I did because the line art is pretty satisfying in this. So this dude is kind of like the Hulk. There's more like detail to it. I think there's like probably some kind of religious angle at work here where he's like a demon or something, kind of like doing the Spawn thing. But he's basically like the Hulk. He's a college professor by day. When he gets mad or whatever, he loses control. And then the big red and white machine comes out and starts murdering people. He seems to only murder bad guys, which that's generally a good thing. That's expected in comic books. You got bad guys, yeah, gotta take out the bad guys, you know? So here he is rescuing some lady from a bunch of dudes in an alleyway. And, well, there's probably been some stuff going on here that we shouldn't talk about on YouTube. But he saves her, saves the day, rescues her. Then the monster goes and, like, transforms back into the guy, and he passes out, and he gets, like, taken in by the police, who take him to the hospital, because, he's a dude that's covered in blood. So there he is in the hospital. You can see they got him handcuffed. The police try to interrogate him, and none of it really matters. But yeah, here's proof that he's a college professor. See the lady like hitting on him for grades in class. Like, I want an A, Mr. Professor. I want an A. I want an A. Boy, she babbles. She also accidentally like cuts herself on a scalpel, then like bumps into something and sets off an explosion. And this is our hero's origin story. I think it's really this talisman he's wearing that is like the key thing. But he's like, oh no, there is an explosion here. And it actually looks like a really cool explosion. This looks like something you would see. Like, I could see this animated in my head because like 80s and 90s early 90s anime did this kind of thing a lot. So far, pretty standard stuff with some nice line art. The coloring, I think, kind of lets it down. Everything, no matter where we're looking, feels muted, feels a little drab. And I think that dude would have really popped if the red had been like super vibrant inside. We're also introduced to this like priest guy who's apparently corrupt and stuff, and da 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 da. None of this really matters, but I did want to like spoil the big shock in here of that page on the left. Dude, that's grotesque. It's pretty cool, but it's also grotesque. It's also the main reason why I think there's like a magic kind of thing going on here, because look at this. Clearly like some kind of evil magic ritual in a church like going on here. Not happy, not fun, not good. Our hero wakes up, there's stuff disturbing him, he goes to investigate it, and towards the end of the book we meet like another creature, another character who's kind of like him and can transform. So we're totally setting up for the next issue. And all in all, like, if I had to give this like a score, it'd be like a, I don't know, a 6 out of 10 or something. And in 1994 dollars, $2.95 was a heck of a lot of money. So I don't know that I would have bought this back then. But if you find a copy of this in your 50-cent bin or your dollar bin or whatever, it's definitely worth picking up to check out. If nothing else, I think just flipping through it and looking at the pictures is worth the time investment and worth the teeny tiny cash investment it took to get you there. Because the line art is really good. And the coloring is good too. It's just not as vibrant as I would have liked. The story itself, pretty standard stuff. Nothing amazing to report there, but it's like not bad either, None of the dialogue ever really popped out as being like, that's egregiously bad. It's just like, yeah, it's a comic book. That's how people talk in comic books. Unless Bendis is writing them. But that's neither here nor there. Oh! Strike one blow against the Bendis machine. All right, you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye bye.